and welcome to Let's Talk HR with Dr. Dunigan, where we connect real people to real conversations about work, life, and the wisdom in between. I'm your host, Dr. Dunigan Lester, and today's episode is one you definitely do not want to miss. Our topic, Think Twice, Wisdom for the Walk Ahead. We're diving into how the choices we make, both on and off the job, can shape our futures in ways we don't always see coming. Whether you're early in your career, or facing new responsibilities, or even mentoring the next generation, this conversation will challenge you to pause, reflect, and think twice about the path you're on. We're joined today by Dr. Nadolyn Dunigan, a respected leader and retired Trial Services Deputy Administrator with Shelby County Government. With decades of experience in the justice system and a heart for prevention and mentorship, Dr. Dunigan brings powerful insight on how one decision can affect your job, your future, and your freedom. So pull up a seat, sit back, open your heart, and let's talk HR, the kind that shapes lives. How are you, Dr. Dunigan?
I am doing well, Dr. Dunigan. How are you?
I am so glad that you're here today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You are so welcome. Listen, you have a very rich career journey in the justice system.
Yes.
So why don't you just tell us a little bit about that?
Well, initially I started my career in criminal justice in the public defender's office.
Okay.
And I left there and went to the pretrial services, and that's where I remained until I retired. And I started on the ground floor and worked up to deputy administrator. And I retired. I've been retired now 15 years as deputy administrator.
15 years.
15 years.
15 years
Yes.
deputy administrator.
Yes.
In pretrial services.
services.
All
yes.
right. Well,
Yes.
great. That is a rich career and right in line with what we're talking about today, about thinking twice, right?
Yes. Yes.
So can you tell us why it's so important for young professionals, and even if you're in your early careers, to be mindful about the decisions they make both inside and outside of work?
Dr. Dunigan, it's very, very important. It's most important because we don't realize that the decisions that we make today can either help us or hinder us in our ability to get have careers, do anything that we'd like to do in the future.
Okay.
And I remember when I was growing up, my parents always told us, birds of a feather flock together. So watch who are you with. So I tell people all of the time, and the young people, please watch your associations.
Watch your associations, which is so true in this situation and in this world today.
Yes.
So, let's talk about some things about choices.
Okay.
So what choices or situations do you think people underestimate in terms of the potential long-term consequences on their career?
I believe that people underestimate the past. They think they have the idea that my past is my past and it should not hinder me in the future. That's not so, especially in the HR field. Whatever you do in the past, it's going to follow you throughout your career.
So it follows you throughout your career. So, we often talk about, and people make mistakes and things and start over.
Yes.
Right? But it's still there.
It's there.
It's there.
It never leaves.
And it never leaves.
No.
So what about in situations of expunged records?
Expungement.
Or diversion?
Yes.
Or something of that?
Yes.
Does that take it away, or is it still there?
Well, it takes it away to a point. Okay. But there are instances where if you're looking for employment, particularly in law enforcement, enforcement in institutions, financial institutions, they can pull up your record because it's there. It just shows expunged as saying that it's no longer should be held against you, but it will be.
Okay, so that's interesting here. It's still there, and especially certain industries, like you said, law enforcement.
Yes.
It's gonna pull up.
Yes.
And so it's just so important that you not underestimate or take lightly things that happen. So So oftentimes now we do talk about and hear about the Justice Challenge talent, getting a second chance, and that is perfect.
Yes.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
That's what the HR
Yes.
field is
Yes.
supposed to do,
Yes.
to give second chances.
That's true.
But how do we help people avoid becoming a part of the system in the first place? How can we help do that?
Well, first of all, the viewers may not understand what Justice Challenge talent is.
Okay.
It's a program that's designed to help people who have been incarcerated, who have been involved in the criminal justice system. It's to help them to get jobs, because a lot of times they have had past jobs that they had training and they have experience, but because of their in law enforcement and coming into the justice system, then that is just like is null and void. So this is a second chance program to help them to get back into the workforce.
Okay, so it helps and allows. I have a good friend. He is over the Office of Reentry here in Memphis, Tennessee, DeAndre Brown, and he does an excellent job in that. And we are now, as professionals, we embrace that.
Yes.
We embrace it, and we are committed to helping people move forward and having those second chances. We do. So let's talk a little bit about decision making and accountability.
Yes.
What role does personal accountability play in staying out of trouble? And let's see, how can individuals develop a strong sense of that when they're making these personal decisions?
Well, it takes me back to my high school days, and you go through poetry and all of that. And William Ernest Henley, he wrote this poem, and he said, "I am the captain of my soul."
Okay.
So it all relies on you.
Yes.
What you do matters.
Yes.
You know, it's not anybody else's fault. What you do matters. And sometimes we think that if we do something, that it's going to be forgiven and it's going to be wiped clean, but it's not.
Yeah.
And it will follow us. And when you're going and applying for a job, yes, they're looking at your educational background. Yes, they're looking at your prior experience, but they're also looking at your behavior, what you've done in the past.
Yes, what you've done in the past. And so, you know, one of the things and some of the laws that have helped people that may have gotten in trouble and have turned their lives around and doing something different is that in the interview, you have the interview, and background information is not even discussed or brought up until after you made the job offer.
Well,
after you made the job offer.
After.
So what happens is that, you know, a person won't be judged as much on their background until after they've been made the job offer. Then the background is done, and then it taken under consideration at that time. So that helps people to get past just the interview piece without any bias or any speculation about what their background is.
There are some jobs that you have to have the background check even before you offer the job.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Because you have to have FBI clearances and things of that nature.
Yes.
You have to have maybe you have to have a licensure, or bonding. So those things are taken into consideration. And usually on job applications, they'll ask for references, past experiences, yes, but references, personal references. And a lot of times people don't understand that personal reference may be the reason that you don't get that job.
The personal reference. So you have to be you have to be aware of that.
In the job force as well in the community.
Okay, in the community.
Yes.
So you have to be aware of, you just don't put down anybody.
No.
Put down someone who's going to speak well of you and can give some concrete information.
Exactly.
And it's so important that you brought some of those jobs that they do it on the front end. They do the background on the front end. And so you may want to know about that. You may want to take that under consideration before you even apply.
Exactly.
And, and one other thing, Dr. Dunigan, that is so crucial is that if there has been a past, if there's been a past, and it asks on the application, have you ever been convicted of a felony? It's best to just be transparent and tell the truth.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised how employers can look at those things and work around it.
And usually if an employer looks at that and the person has not disclosed what had gone on in the past, then you think, well, maybe I may not want to hire this person.
Right, and then it's considered falsification of your application.
Right.
And then that's another way that your application will not be received. So it's so important to know these things, these things. So let me ask you this. Red flag situations. Sometimes we get into situations, we get into relationships that can be red flags.
Yes.
So how can people learn to recognize those red flags in situations or relationships that might lead them into a legal or professional trouble?
Well, I sometimes, I equate things with make analogies with the weather.
Okay.
There's a watch and a warning.
Okay, wait a minute. There's a watch and a warning. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the watch. What is it?
The watch is favorable conditions.
Okay.
You look at what's going on with that person and you follow them and find out, okay, exactly what type of decisions are they making? Are they making decisions that are sound decisions? Are they making decisions that will cause them to be arrested or cause others to be in trouble? And that's the watch. Then there's the warning.
Okay.
And, because I am in ministry, God gives us, and your higher power will give you some innate warnings that that you just watch things, and you'll say, okay, something is not quite right. Then there's a warning.
Okay.
And that's if you don't have that discernment or that innate ability to watch and see the signs.
Yes.
Then if someone tells you, or you see that person do something, then that's the warning that no, you need to back up from that person.
Yeah. So there's the warning. It's like we're waving the red flag. The red flags are there.
Yes.
And you just have to be so cognizant about
Yes, you do.
About what that means for you.
Exactly.
And what that could mean in the future for you.
Exactly.
So listen to the red flags. Listen to that innate.
That's right. That
warning. And to the one, upstairs.
That's
if you have to.
That's
if you do that, all of those ways
that's
are good ways. But I think it's so important that you see those red flags and you say, we see the writing on the wall.
Yes.
That you're going down a path of trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then sometimes people will tell you, if you listen to the elders, they will tell you, no, you need to back up.
Yep, you need to back up. Yeah. Yeah. In the old days, they used to ask, who are the parents?
Yes, yes.
What are the parents? Who are the parents before you can even go over there?
Right.
Yeah, so that's so important, So let's talk about professional image and reputation. It's this thing called professional image and reputation. So from an employer perspective, because you were in pretrial services for so long, how does a person's reputation, and get this, both online and offline, affect their job opportunities and career growth?
Well, that is a very good question, Dr. Dunigan, because I've seen it so many times. That's one of the reasons why in most job interviews, they will ask you for your email address, for your address on Facebook, any of the social media platforms, Instagram, all of those things, because they watch what you're doing. They may not post anything on what they're saying, on what the person is saying, but they are watching. And a lot of people don't realize that once you delete it, it's not gone. It's there.
It's not, there's another, it's not gone. You think it's gone, but it's not there, but it's still there.
Again, that's that watch, watch what you're saying, watch who you're even agreeing with on Facebook. Yes.
See, I never thought about that.
Yes.
It could be something that's not as favorable, and you're agreeing with it, thumbs up, and all of those things. So you just have to be aware of that. And in this time of social media,
yes, I've seen so much. If you're going to look, scroll, keep going.
Scroll and keep going.
Scroll
and keep going, because there are now background checks that include that.
Yes.
And there are companies that offer that.
Right.
You're looking at your education background, your employment history, but they're also looking at what's going on your social media page, and they can do it.
They can do it.
And they can do it.
At a click of a button.
At a click of a button. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So make sure.
Yes.
Stay clear. Stay professional.
Yes, indeed.
In your social media.
Yes.
So you've worked with all types of employees. You've seen people come in that have made mistakes. What kind of mistakes have you seen employees make that could have been easily avoided if they only thought about it twice?
Well, for one thing, especially in county government, during the orientation process, there is a handbook that's given to the employee, letting them delineate everything that they need to know, and what is frowned upon and what is grounds for immediate termination. Watch those things, read them, and understand. Just being sometimes in the wrong place at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, absolutely.
Can cause you a world of trouble.
You bring up a good point, because in most employee handbooks, it does have a section there about disciplinary actions.
Exactly.
And grounds for disciplinary actions.
Right.
And it names it. It names it. It may say this list is not exhaustive, but the main things are there, right? The main things are there.
Yes.
Insubordination is there. That'll get you in trouble.
It will.
Yeah. Sleeping on the job, that'll get you in trouble.
Yes.
Right?
Or taking things home. You know, maybe you want to just take something home and they're going to bring it back the next day. No, you don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you better get permission if you're taking something home.
Yeah, get permission.
But those are the little things. And theft. Theft, of course, you know, that would be one.
And then misuse of property. Sometimes, you know, if you're given a phone or something from the office, and you make phone calls, personal phone calls all day, all night, long distance, whatever, that information is kept. You have to make sure that you don't do that, because I've had to chastise people about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just those little things.
Those little things.
I mean, just on the spur of the moment. Oh, I'm just going to take this so I can use it. Get permission.
Get permission.
Because it could be used.
Yes.
Used for grounds for disciplinary
exactly.
action. Yeah.
Exactly. And then also, when you're working in an organization, what you do is a reflection on the organization. So you have to watch what you're doing. And they let you know, hey, you make us look bad.
Yeah.
When you're involved in things that you should not be involved in.
Right. Your professional image.
Yes, exactly.
It's your image, but it's also the company's image.
Exactly.
And they look at it
exactly
like that. They look at it exactly like that. So, oh my goodness, there's so many things that you can just unknowingly get into.
Yes.
You know. So how can, and this is a long one, how can families, schools, faith communities, and workplaces work together to help people, especially our youth, to stay out of trouble and to make smart choices?
I'm so glad you asked that, Dr. Dunigan. In May 2016, I received my doctorate in ministry. And my dissertation the title of it was, The Village Concept in Action.
Okay.
Partnering the church and the community to help at-risk youth.
All right, listen to that. Partnering with the community
to help at-risk
youth.
Because, you know, it's all about molding and mentoring. Sometimes children just don't know. And if they're molded or mentored into, just say, okay, if at home, if they watch what their parents do, that's molding and mentoring them right there.
Yes.
And they will say, okay, that's the way we do it. But they see it done wrong all of the time, they'll just mimic it.
They'll mimic it, and it ends up in some type of
harming them.
Harming them. Some type of situation that sometimes they can't get themselves out of.
Right.
And I know you got a heart and a passion for the community.
Yes.
Because, you know, you serve as the pastor of congregational care with Christ Missionary Baptist Church. And so I know that your heart is there. And that dissertation, oh goodness, if we could use that everywhere to partner to save youth. And I know, I know that Christ Missionary Baptist Church does a lot.
Yes.
With regard with youth and children. The village. It does. It's an old proverb, right?
The village.
It takes a village.
Yes.
Yeah. So what about schools? How can we do in schools? What can we do in schools?
Well, they should have programs in school, just like they have after hours programs for children. They should have programs in school that will help them to learn how to make good decisions. You know, children can make all kinds of decisions, but to make good decisions, you have to mold them into it. And that's what they should have, especially in junior high and high school, because that's where most of the crime is being based on, the children that are in junior high and high school.
So if you can catch them
early.
Yes. Junior high.
Yes.
Start talking about good decisions.
Yes.
Start talking about if you feel like you're going down a risky path, what to do.
Yes.
And just to kind of go into that, what if someone finds themselves going down a risky path? What resources and support systems would you recommend they seek out? They already see I'm going down the wrong way.
Yes, Dr. Dunigan, that is wonderful. First and foremost, they should have a support system in the home.
Okay.
However, that's sometimes not there.
Yes.
And then if they're in the school, there's a guidance counselor. Yes.
How many guidance counselors helped us? I mean, they did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's also the church.
Okay.
You know, or whatever faith-based organization they're affiliated with. They should go there, but go someplace immediately.
Immediately.
Don't sit and be quiet.
Do something.
Do something.
Do something about it.
Yes.
Reach out. You know you're going down the wrong path.
Yes.
You know, you may be with the wrong crowd. Do something.
Even in the community centers, you know, go there and tell them something is going wrong and I don't want to be involved in it, you know, and they will help you.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't think about that, but the community centers, which of course, City of Memphis, they have them all over.
Right.
Community centers, and they have all types of programs, and after school programs, and all those things. Also the Croc Center.
Yes, very much
Salvation Army Croc Center. They have all types of after school programs for teens. So yeah, you have to take advantage of that.
Dunigan, that's wonderful.
Yeah. All types of it. Yeah. So back to the criminal records. So how do criminal records support the decision making not only affect your employment, but there's some other things they affect as well?
Yes.
Housing.
When you apply for make application for an apartment, they're going to ask you about your criminal background, and they're going to check it.
Wow.
Yes.
You never think about that. You think about it in jobs, but I didn't think about that in housing. It happens in housing, right?
And employment, if you want to work for a financial institution, they cannot have you there if you have a theft of property. I mean, if they know that you have this history, they don't want it. So they will deny you. Even in the armed services, some offenses, they will not take you. If they do, you'd have to go through hoops and jump through fire almost to get in.
Yeah.
So, you know, it matters. It really matters.
Yeah, it matters. And so, you know, wow, all the opportunities that could be lost, right?
Yes.
So when you know you're going that wrong path, do something, turn the other way.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you just didn't realize how many institutions will take you know, background into consideration.
That's
you just never. And in education too.
Education, yes, because until recently, a felon could not get a grant.
Oh, really?
No, until recently. Now they have lifted it some, but you still have to answer questions.
Okay.
So, you know, just applying for FAFSA, you know, you have to answer questions.
You have to answer questions. Okay.
So we always have to answer to someone.
Yeah. So preventative measures.
Yes.
And sometimes you may hit a rocky road.
Right. And we all do.
And we all do.
Yeah.
And it happens.
Yes.
But you can start doing something different today about it, right? And there are people with hearts. There are organizations with hearts.
Yes.
You just keep going. Don't stop trying.
Right.
Somebody is out there that can help.
Exactly.
So if there is one piece of advice, Dr. Dunigan, you could give to our listening audience today about staying out of trouble and protecting their future, what would you say?
Well, I'd probably go back to what my grandmother used to tell us all the time.
All right.
Don't follow the herd, it leads to the slaughter.
Oh, wait.
And when I asked her about that, she told me, she said, because sometimes when you're following everybody else, they're going to lead you right into the river.
Wow.
And, you know, she said, always don't try to follow the path of others. Be a trailblazer positively.
Be a trailblazer on your own.
Right.
And so how important is that to start with kindergarten age?
Yes.
Or even before.
Exactly.
To start teaching those type of principles.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And we love your words of advice.
Thank you
Everything
so much,
that you have done today. It has been great. Dr. Dunigan, oh my goodness, I am so glad you came today. And we have the wisdom of thinking twice, right?
Yes.
Of thinking twice. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Dunigan. Thank you for inviting me.
You are so welcome.
It's been a wonderful time.
It's been a great time. Yeah. Wow, what we've learned today is clear. Every choice matters. Whether you're on your first job or leading your own team, the decisions you make today can open doors tomorrow or quietly close them. We're all walking a path, and while mistakes happen, wisdom means learning before it's too late. It means thinking twice before you act, listening to your instincts, and surrounding yourself with people and environments that support your growth, not your downfall.
Yes.
And even if you hit stumbling blocks or you made a mistake, it's still not too late. You can choose differently and start today. We've learned from Dr. Nadolyn Dunigan, your record, your reputation doesn't just affect where you've been, it definitely shapes where you're allowed to go. Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk HR with Dr. Dunigan. Let's keep these conversations going because lives are changed when wisdom leads the way. Be sure to watch a new episode of Let's Talk HR with Dr. Dunigan, the first of every month on the YouTube channel of the same name, and on Comcast Xfinity, Channel 17, Monday nights, 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Please know you can watch Let's Talk HR with Dr. Dunigan and prior episodes at any time. Go to YouTube and type in the talk show title. Be sure to subscribe, no fee, and click on the notification bell. This is HR TV. I'm Dr. Dunigan, and I want to talk HR with you. And remember, always think twice.